Hey everyone, I just got back from seeing Abominable. Here we go. Um, and let me start off by saying what the summary of the movie is for those who couldn't guess, who haven't seen like the trailers or anything. But it's basically about this girl named Yin who comes across a Yeti on the rooftop of her apartment building, and she realizes that there are people trying to hunt it down, and as well as realizing that, hey, it's away from its home, which is at Mount Everest, and she needs to get it back home. And she ends up dragging two boys from her apartment building into this. Uh, and so it's basically up to these three kids trying to get the Jedi home and not captured by this unnamed group. I think it was unnamed. It wasn't actually spoken, but um, um, if I have to kind of rate it from this first viewing, I would give it a 7 out of 10. I mean, it was a good movie, but I want to say, oh, it's great. It's more fitting if it's good enough to show to your kids, or you can watch it like on a lazy afternoon, or you want to waste some time. It's a good movie to watch. But for those who don't like the whole cliche of these a kid or a group of kids come across a creature, and it's up to them to get it back home and not captured from a certain person or a group of people, I would say that this movie may not be suitable for you. Then, um, for the most part, everything about the movie is actually good. The voice acting, the characters, the animation. The animation that is probably the biggest thumbs up on this movie. That the animation is great for a CGI movie, and only reason why I'm saying that is since I'm a kid from the 90s, 80s and 90s, and back then CGI wasn't the greatest. And see how it changed throughout the years, and see how great it is now. Um, as there's kind of three characters that I do like how they handled them. Um, First off, the main character Yin. Um, I think that's how you pronounce her name. I do apologize for not pronouncing these characters' names, since this whole movie is in China and these characters have Chinese names. I do apologize. I don't mean to butcher them. So Yin, we start out finding out that in the beginning she had lost her dad a certain amount of time ago, and she's been keeping herself busy, and of course we can see it through her mother and grandmother that they do worry that she is distancing herself from them. And at one point in the movie, Ian doesn't believes that the strain's through them until like was it Jin mentioned suggests that maybe it's her that's distancing herself. Um. Oh, but we also learned that early on that she is keeping herself busy by getting all these different odd jobs to earn money, and it turns out it was because her dad wanted to go on this kind of like a cross country kind of thing with and the family, going and seeing a few locations, and she wants, since he had passed away before they could do it, she wants to save up to do that for remaining family that she has left. And okay, I gotta admit that's kind of touching. But throughout the movie, she, especially toward the end, she kind of realizes that she needs to not just kind of near kind of like moments where she kind of learns the importance of not really scratches. She doesn't learn. She kind of realized that she shouldn't be dissing herself when she kind of learns that when she talks to kind of Jen, one of the boys that she attracts into this by through their little talk. And by the end of the movie, we can see that she is actually not keeping herself busy, but kind of hanging around with her family. And the other one is Jen. Jean. At the beginning of the movie, kind of comes off like those millennials who are into socializing, especially on social media. And it was like at the beginning, he's kind of like around Gaz. Like at the beginning, his cousin kind of wanted to kind of play basketball with him, but he's like, no, I got these just new shoes. I don't want to get them dirty. And he then like takes a photo of his shoes and puts it on social media, and he's like, oh, I only got 40 likes already. But throughout, it's kind of like a running gag where he gets dirty a couple of times. He's like, oh, come on. By the third act, he's like, yeah, getting this Yeti back home is more important than keeping my shoes clean. The third one actually has to do with the villain. I don't want to spoil it too much for those who haven't seen it, but I mean, I liked how it was handled and the reason why he wanted the Yeti, and how he kind of grew as a person throughout the movie. And that's pretty much all I can say. It's like I do recommend this movie to be checked out if you haven't seen it yet. If you can't like go to the movies and waiting for it to stream online, then I do recommend to watch it and to check it out and see if this is the type of movie for you or okay to show it to your kids. So, see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.